everybody. Hi, we're back. So like I said, this is just going to be a Q&A session. If you have any questions for me or the cast or anything, let us know. Just go and chat. Our first question from Legios.
Oh, Elias didn't see it before.
No, I didn't.
FMK, which means not something I'm going to say on stream.
I will. FMK kill.
The four champions, I'm assuming from Breath of the Wild, which is.
Yeah, I got this.
Any of the names?
No, I got this.
Urbosa's one of them.
So, yeah, Urbosa, marry Mipha, kill
Yeah, I love that. Shit. We don't even have a Reno champion anymore. It's Pierre.
Oh gosh, what's his name? I'm blanking on his name. But the Reno.
Rivali,
yes. Yeah, Rivali. Yeah. Easy. So
what happens to the fourth one that doesn't get FM'd or kicked?
He keeps living his life, except not really because he's dead. But you know, whatever.
I'm a torn on F. I would be game with either Rivali or Urbosa. Daruk I'd probably marry and I'd kill Mipha.
Oh wow, it's literally like almost the exact opposite of me.
Yep.
I need to do a little research here.
What?
I'm in grad school. I haven't even played Breath of the Wild yet because I haven't had time. I've owned it for over a year.
What about you, Jody?
I recently actually was able to get a Switch, and I've been beating the game. Not kidding. I've been running this game for almost 2 years now.
Yeah,
and
2 years that coming
never
out.
played the game. Never opened it. Nothing. And so playing the game, having all the knowledge I had to have for this was bonkers. Because I finally got to like fit pieces together and the things like that. When I finally met the champions, first of all, Urbosa is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she is the best champion ever.
Yep. So yeah, the what about you was the question.
Yeah.
Oh, I no.
What?
Oh, come on, don't cop out on this. Yeah.
I got nothing. I really don't.
Come on, you know all the champions now. This should be an easy.
Barely. I played through the game once, and let's just say the story telling in that game, not quite what is it. Like most of the stuff I know about the game, and the world and everything, I didn't find any of it in the game itself.
No,
like,
it's so pretty light in the story.
Yeah, there's so much lore to this game that simply doesn't exist in the game, and I have no idea where these people found it. That I studied, like all the stuff about the crazy dragons that show up out of nowhere.
Yep.
That freaked me out the first time. The music changes, which there's no music in the game. And then suddenly the music starts playing and everything gets weird and a giant freaking dragon appears. So
since Jody is questioning his champion choices, Ilea.
Yeah, I like Urbosa. She's really cool. The rest of them are cool as well. Rivali is a bit of a dick. You know, as far as FMing or K'ing any of them,
I'm okay with them.
Yeah.
So my answer is that I would be in a polyamorous relationship with Mipha and Urbosa, and I would friend zone Daruk and Rivali.
That's none of the choices you have.
I like F for you as friend zone.
Yes.
I would be afraid that like Urbosa would crush me. Like I just piss her off one day and she break me in half.
I'm fine
I
with
feel like that we would have like a good relationship. Like I'd be forced to communicate, and they'd be a very good support structure.
Well, and she has this thing where she makes a lightning strike.
I like that.
that.
That's
Zolta would
sexy.
Uh,
get along very well with Urbosa.
Yeah.
Look, no one said I couldn't cheat.
This second question is from, let me see if I can get this name right. Grian Ayada Trombonast. Anyway, she's asking who is ready to help her write a proposal.
I already offered my knowledge of Stargate, and if you're going to reject it, then I have nothing to offer.
I still have nothing to offer. So
Yeah. So to follow up Lykios's question there, I have a academic paper proposal due for a symposium tomorrow. And I have come up with the title, which I posted in chat earlier, which is Complicating Mott, Heart Scarabs and the Role of Silence in Ancient Egyptian Rhetoric. And now I need to write a single-space page of a proposal. So that's what we're doing.
Too bad.
It's not too bad, but
I believe in you.
I
When
haven't
was
written
in-
anything but the title.
When I was in college, I think the shortest paper I wrote was like 5 to 7 pages.
Oh, this isn't the paper. This is just me proposing so that I can get into the conference.
Damn.
Yeah.
So college stuff, and Leah's significantly smarter than I will ever be. Legios has a question for each of us. Favorite game for each console you played.
Pokemon.
Oh, always Pokemon. Even like Sega consoles, it's Pokemon.
Every... let's see
every
here.
console I've ever played.
NES is probably Metroid, but all of the games on that are a little odd to play. Super Nintendo, it might be Link to the Past. It's probably Link to the Past. Game Boy is probably Pokemon Red and Blue. Game Boy Color. Yeah. Crystal. Pokemon Crystal.
When you can start running.
Yeah. Game Boy.
That was the best thing.
Game Boy Advance is Metroid Zero Mission. Nintendo 64. Ooh.
Get comfortable, guys. Well,
Probably
every console.
Probably Ocarina of Time. GameCube, Metroid Prime, Nintendo Wii.
I have all of mine right here.
Metroid
I
Prime
have
Trilogy
my box.
for Metroid for Wii.
My console is streamed everywhere.
DS is hard because both the Metroid and the Zelda games are bad. Actually, no, it's not. Pokemon Platinum for DS.
Want to see the only Game Boy Zelda game that I own?
What is that?
Sure.
It is Oracle of Seasons,
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Great game.
which I bought used for $9.99 at GameStop.
It's a good game.
Very
game.
It is,
Very
yeah.
3DS is Metroid Samus Returns. Wii U is Twilight Princess HD, I guess. Switch so far is Breath of the Wild. And then I have an Xbox One that I like to play Recore on. And I think those are all the consoles I've played.
Cool. And anyone else want to go through their video game lifetime?
Here's what I own for the Game Boy Color. Zelda Oracle of Seasons.
That's also not the question.
Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Duel Stories,
Yo.
Harry Potter, the first one, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, X-Men Mutant Wars, which I apparently also bought for $10, and X-Men Mutant Academy.
So, which of those is your favorite?
Pokemon.
Great.
But I actually really do love the Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's a deck building game, but you can also combine cards in weird ways. So that one's pretty fun to play too.
The
Just for me.
GBA, there's a couple GBA Yu-Gi-Oh games I used to play, and they were great.
Yeah, I have my list, I think.
Go for it, Alex.
So I have a ton of games from all systems. So the one Atari 2600 game that I own is
Wow, are you going back a long way?
I have ET. I still need to find a way to play it on HD systems, but I have ET.
Just
It's
burn
my
through this
collection.
list,
No,
Alex. You've got it all
don't need
compiled.
to find a way.
Don't
NES.
need
NES.
I played it. You don't need to.
Oh, I want to play it because I want to be able to, because so that's where I am. NES would be Zelda 1, A Link to the Past for Super Nintendo, although my first gaming memory was Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. The original Game Boy would be Pokemon, Crystal for Game Boy Color, GBA, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards.
Yeah, no, that one.
What's with all these
That was
Yu-Gi-Oh
actually one
games?
that I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh! fan growing
Oh
up.
my God, Yu-Gi-Oh! is
good
amazing.
games.
And
I
60
used to play the card game, but it got boring.
Back when I was a
quick.
kid, I had the dual disc. Back when like they were in Cloud City, or what was it? Cloud City with the not Cloud City, the
Board games on motorbikes.
Dual City with the locator cards.
Sorry,
Yeah, no.
I don't mean to interrupt your list, Alex, but at Comic-Con this year, I was with Don at the convention center, and some person was sitting at the table we were resting at, and they started talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're like, "You got a deck?" And Don was like, "Yeah, I got a deck." So they start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And then in the middle of their game, the other guy looks at his phone. He's like, "Oh, sorry, my mom's here. I gotta go." And he left. And Don turns to me. He goes, "This is the most grade school thing I've done in so long. Just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With our decks at the stranger, and then his mom coming to pick him up."
That's funny.
This is my Yu-Gi-Oh! binder.
I have a Yu-Gi-Oh! deck in here, I think. Somewhere.
So
You
in
just
the next
asked a bunch
episode
of gamers
Anyway.
to talk about games.
Okay, Alex,
Anyway.
continue your list.
Anyway, N64 would be Ocarina, because obviously, our Nintendo was ran by Jagju. Dreamcast, I have two. Crazy Taxi, and a game called Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. It is a Mario Kart clone designed by the guys who make the Tomb Raider games now, Crystal Dynamics.
The fact that those are your two favorite games tells me I don't need to play that console at all.
Nobody did. It's fine.
Skies of Arcadia Legends or Skies of Arcadia was pretty good, but it also got purported to get GameCube. So
Oh, I forgot I put PS1. PS1, I have a lot of fun times playing Wheel of Fortune for some reason. GameCube.
I
1000
forgot
Year Door.
Pokemon Yellow because it is currently in my Game Boy Color.
Nice.
Hey, GameCube would be Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. PS2 would be Lego Star Wars. I love the Lego Star Wars franchise. I love it growing up. I still do. I'm excited for the Skywalker Saga coming out in February. PS3 was The Last of Us. Amazing game. You haven't played it, you should. PS4 right now, my favorite game on the platform is, I want to say Detroit Become Human. I haven't really played a lot of other PS4 games as of late, but I really enjoyed that game. Probably one of the last games on PS4 I actually beat. Life is Strange is amazing too, but God, does that fuck you up. I just bought a Xbox 360, so I'm going to assume Banjo's going to be on that list because it's the only game I've played on Xbox 360 after I stream it. DS would be Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver. 3DS is Ocarina 3D or Link Between Worlds. Haven't decided on which one. Wii U, I'm thinking Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD. Switch Breath of the Wild, and then I'm calling PC one of them because I can. And that would be Planet Coaster, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Lego Racers, and Legoland.
PC is the definition of the antithesis of a console.
yeah.
I don't care. Game Pass is a thing. Deal.
Jody.
Hold
Let's see.
on. Just to go to now Game Boy Advance. These are the 2 Game Boy Advance games I own.
Are they Pokemon? Yeah, they're okay.
They are.
Sapphire and Ruby.
Sapphire.
We stand a girl on brand.
So original Atari, I think it was a 2600. Pitfall was
Nice.
awesome. I loved that. ColecoVision. I bought it at a garage sale, and I loved playing Zaxxon when I could get it to work. Normal NES, probably the original Legend of Zelda. Though I really like Kick Icarus too.
Okay, this is fun.
It's got Metroid.
Super Nintendo, the Magical Quest starring Mickey. I cannot tell you how many hours I plugged into that damn game. N64 would probably be Ocarina of Time. I actually pre-ordered the thing and got the gold cartridge, and we sold it, and I feel so bad.
I still have the gold cartridge.
Don't worry. The good news
So
is
nice.
He
other
bought
people
it
sell
from
it
Jody.
too, and so you can just buy it back somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's not nearly as rare, but there's just something about that original, gold cartridge. PS1 is Legend of Dragoon. PS2 is Castlevania Curse of the Darkness. PS3 really don't know. I have a hard time remembering. See, the funny thing is, on my PS3, most of the times I played on it, I was playing PS1 and PS2 games.
Fair.
This is what I had it for. Switch. I'm actually not a massive fan of Breath of the Wild. It was fun enough, but it didn't feel very Zelda-y to me.
I think it's a
and
good game. I don't think it's the best Zelda game ever.
I hated the weapon durability. I vehemently despised
I
it.
think most people hated it.
I hope this sequel they get rid of it and put the dungeons back in the game. However, I am in love with Hyrule Warriors, the Definitive Edition. I can't tell you why, other than it's just fun to go as Link and just myrtleize moblins over and over again.
I mean, that's really what Hyrule Warriors and what the Dynasty Warriors franchise are. They're basically button mash hack and slashes.
I love the Dynasty Warriors too. I used to play the Dynasty Warriors 4 constantly.
The only reason why I haven't really played a lot of it just because I've already technically played it through Wii U and I don't feel like going through the whole thing again. Also, Cadence of Hyrule is an amazing game too on Switch.
Yeah, I've got the demo for it. It's surprising how bad I am at it, with the fact that not only am I classically trained musician, I've got perfect pitch, I've got perfect timing. I cannot play this game, and I just lose constantly. Going to handhelds, original Game Boy was Pokemon Red, though Yellow comes a very close second. Game Boy Color was Oracle of Ages. Game Boy Advance was Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow. DS, the Mario Kart DS game was crazy good.
Oh yeah, I did like Mario Kart.
I had adored that game. 3DS is definitely Link Between Worlds because it was perfect.
Almost.
PSP was Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Yes, I own. Not only did I own a PSP, I have it here.
Did you also own an N-Gage?
No, this is so bad. It's
I just found games for the N-Gage like a couple weeks ago at a game store.
Nice.
I currently have my Vita, which was an amazing system that I'm really sad never got because it was great.
I
and
did a
it's-
thing on the Vita for my high school journalism class. Not even for journalism. I submitted an article with my journalism paper in high school because I went to their like preview event in December in San Francisco just to see that, and I'm
It's
like, this could be
a
cool.
brilliant
I think I did.
console. I loved it.
I think it was
The sad part
underutilized.
is my favorite game on PS Vita was Dissidia Duodecim, which is a PSP game. Because I used
Dissidia is the fighting game for Final Fantasy, right?
yeah, and it's amazing. The new one sucks. This is so bad. But the original and this is a sequel, which both came out on the PSP, were amazing, and that's what I played almost exclusively on my Vita was PS1 classics and Duodecim.
I
I
realize
love playing Arkham on PS3. Arkham was great.
I realize now that I left out a console on my list. My favorite game for the Virtual Boy is Galactic
You
Pinball.
You did not.
I played a Virtual Boy, and I would guess my favorite game was that Wario game because that was the only game
I have one. It's right
I
here.
ever played.
So
for
on DS,
Sega.
Pirates. This is my non-Pokemon DS. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's
Oh
End.
no!
Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a fun game, but it doesn't really have like an end credit scene thing. It like puts you back to right before the final boss, and that's stupid. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Is it just movie and TV show games?
Largely, yes. Aragon,
Old book games?
which I have no
Quality.
memory of actually playing.
Which is probably telling, all things considered.
Yeah, and Jam Sessions, which is actually a really stupid game that had a great commeral that
Sounds
brought me in.
stupid, yeah.
Pokemon DS games.
Gets out binder.
I have
all of them.
Pokemon White, Pokemon Black 2, Pokemon White 2, Pokemon Heart Gold, Pokemon Soul Silver, Platinum Pearl Diamond, Pokemon Ranger, and Pokemon Conquest. 3DS games.
All right,
So
stop.
wait, hang on. You're supposed
No,
to say
wait,
your
I'm-
favorite game for every console,
Pokemon.
not list off your entire library. Eileen.
My only non-Pokemon 3DS game is Mario Kart 7, which, fun fact, I got this from a previous romantic partner who paid so close attention to our relationship and the things he got me that in 2 separate occasions he bought me Mario Kart 7. So I
At
only
least
have
they
one
were
of those now.
buying you shit.
You know, but buying someone's love is not true.
Oh,
Then I have
well,
Pokemon Mystery
taking notes.
Dungeon, Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Y, Moon and Sun, and Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun.
I haven't finished the
On
Pokemon game since
Switch.
2011.
You know,
Oh, I was wrong about my 3DS. It was definitely Monster Hunter Generations.
Oh, I went to an event for that right before, I think right when it came out.
And then I also have Sega Genesis, which is Phantasy Star 3. And original Xbox was Fable. I don't think I've played a 360, and no, I haven't played a one.
So a little bit of background on me. My father would not buy me a console growing up because he figured I would spend all my time playing it.
Not
It's not unfair.
crazy idea.
Yeah. You know what? Fair. So the first thing I ever got was a Game Boy Color when I was in elementary school. I did not get another system until high school. And I only got it not because my parents bought it for me or anything like that. My friend was upgrading from a DS to a DS Lite, and I managed to convince him and his mother to take pity on poor me, who only had a Game Boy Color, and he gave it to me for my birthday. So he gave me his old DS. And so suddenly I could play games again.
Nice.
so
So that is why so many of my games, and my answer is Pokemon, because that's one of the best handheld games that you can have, and that's also like I got the Game Boy Color right as red, yellow, and blue were being a huge deal. So that explains why I own 25 Pokemon games and less than 10 of every other kind of game.
But it doesn't
Not
explain.
counting PC.
It doesn't explain why you still haven't told us your favorite game from each console.
Pokemon.
I think the point is her favorite
Which
game franchise
Pokemon?
of all of them.
All the Pokemon.
What Pokemon?
Question
Yes.
from Imp in my head. If we wanted to have a swarm of choo-choo jellies flood a room that the group is in, how many points would that take?
Please no.
Well, in order to flood the room, each one would take roughly a 5 foot square. It's 120 feet in length, which turns into 24 squares. We're probably around at least around like 100 to 150 redemptions of Adam a monster to flood the room.
Yikes.
But I feel like the cutoff for this particular room is already passed.
Yes.
I hope.
No, if they want to
Nope.
add monsters
Nah.
during the
And
the next
before
fight,
Anne uses up all of her rupees to do this.
You can add one monster specifically for Zolta to kill.
That evil bull is just going to disperse into 10 million choo-choos.
I'm not going to talk about PS3 because I haven't played it enough. And then my favorite game for Switch is going to be Pokemon Sword and Shield.
That's
Out in
not
November.
out yet.
That's why I said it's going to be.
So what is it now?
You haven't
Future.
tried Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go
I don't
Pikachu?
have the Let's Goes because I'm a poor grad student and I couldn't justify it, but I'm in a games course this semester. That is an education tax deduction.
You right.
Wow.
That's
You're right.
exactly how I got Sun and Moon as well. I was in a game design course and I did my final paper on like walkthroughs and a Twitch stream of me playing.
You know what? You go.
Yep.
That's
See, Dad, you never thought it would amount to anything.
I still haven't.
I don't know. I mean, she's going for a doctorate. Like
No,
that's
I meant me.
something. I was happy enough when I got my bachelor's degree.
I have an associate's degree in TV and radio broadcasting.
I have a bachelor's and a master's, and if I pass this year, another master's, and then if I pass the next 3+ years, a PhD.
BFA in dance that I'm not using. Woo!
Yay!
Twitch is the most use I get out of my degree.
I may
It
be
is
writing
more
my
than I get
thesis
at.
on Twitch, so
And I'm learning tech stuff, so all great things. Life is falling apart. Anyway.
I'm also an insane person who like writes papers on Harry Potter fandom and gaming culture and comic books. And I'm getting a degree.
So, yeah. Anyone have any other questions?
I think we covered everything that we needed.
We've covered every topic on the planet.
We talked about FMK and three of us listed our favorite games on a bunch of consoles, and one of us just gave us her inventory.
It's
I'm
still not
giving
as
you
bad
my
as
inventory.
FMK, which only
I mean,
two
I
of
can-
us did.
I
true.
did that in my own way.
Sure.
Green
I
Eye
am
Trombone
not
is-
going to
this is not
FMK
an appropriate
starter
topic.
Pokemon.
This is
Like that
not
is
appropriate.
not happening. I don't care that some of them are now looking more humanoid. Those are still.
I
they're
really
still
just wanted to see
animal.
the reactions to that.
Besides, Bulbasaur would be a very gentle and loving.
All right, okay.
Oh, I
there's
just saw that.
there's
All right.
nothing else we need to talk about this topic.
God damn all of you.
I
Good
missed
Lord.
you guys.
Holy shit.
Just waiting for the Twitch ban and then now.
Any other questions? Make sure to get them in now before Elias decides to completely end the stream.
I forgot I could do that.
So
Oh, my face hurts.
thank you for joining us on our return stream. As of right now, we're planning on the 28th being our next show, where you guys will get to see these guys deal with a giant computer system, and
I
we'll
love it.
see where that goes. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. We really do love all of you guys. And that's all for me today. I will see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.